gang, it's JC, and this is the Daily Dose for Wednesday, February 1st, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active and beautiful downtown Clayton. Great television archives up at the top of the page. Our eye candy feature is right below what you're looking at, and our rock and roll poll question from yesterday, assuming that it isn't essential information in a criminal case. What about those 911 calls? We just had that situation a couple of days ago where the Demi Moore 911 call was released, and a lot of people were saying, you know, this is starting to get sort of icky. This might not be any of our business, particularly when it gets into issues involving health and medicine and stuff that we have HIPAA laws in this country that prevent the disclosure of information about the privacy of one's medical conditions. So why the hell can they put a 911 call? It's just, oftentimes, as I made the point yesterday, these 911 calls are being made at the absolute moment of desperation and total despair. A woman calling 911 because her baby is face down in a swimming pool, and the tabloid shows are running this stuff like it's entertainment. It ain't news. The only time it's news is on a rare occasion when, something involved in a 911 call has some direct bearing on a criminal case. The rest of the time, it's just icky. And 91% of you agree with me. Man, am I glad to see that result, because I would have been really depressed if you guys had gotten this thing wrong. 91% of you say, these things should not be released to the public. Now, I thought we would have a very, very strong number behind the thing that finished 0%, which is, I think they should be released in the case of celebrities because they're public figures. This is the excuse that a lot of people seem to give when they sort of want information about celebrities, because they're a public figure, the rules are different. Well, they are different, but not that different. 9% of you said all 911 calls should be released to the public. All right. Today's rock and roll poll question: there is new legislation being proposed to put the clamp on ticket scalpers and on ticket brokering businesses. How do you feel about that? Here are your three choices. It's about time. These guys have been getting away with murder, and it's harder than ever for the average guy to get good seats. B, as much as I hate them, scalpers and brokers come in handy when you really need a pair of good tickets. Or C, with all the scalpers, without all the scalpers, the prices went out of control years ago, and I stopped going to a lot of the events that I used to. Please answer down in the corner. We'll have results for you tomorrow here on the Daily Dose. And, of course, Trish Gazelle and I, Trish is Trash, every day from noon till 3 on the Big 550 KTRS. All right, you can always get a laugh when you said to somebody, "Soul Train," but they ain't laughing today because Don Cornelius, who I don't think they have his age listed here, but Don Cornelius shot himself in the head today in Sherman Oaks, California. I heard that he had been having health problems, health issues. I believe he was in his late 70s, though. Daniel Tosh, who we were just talking about yesterday because it was the, I think, 4th season premiere of Tosh.0 on Comedy Central, is coming to St. Louis to the Peabody Opera House on Saturday, April 21st. Pre-sale today. Tickets open to the regular public on Friday. Sofia Vergara, TopsAskMen.com, and their annual list of the 99 most desirable women of 2012. Sophia's on fire these days, folks. Number 2 is Sports Illustrated model Kate Upton, followed by Rooney Mara, the girl with the dragon tattoo. Really? Miranda Kerr, Nicki Minaj, Emma Stone, Scarlett Johansson, Kim Kardashian, and Rihanna. A magazine called Nuts has named its 101 favorite topless stars. On the list included is Charlize Theron, Denise Richards, Britney Spears, Anne Hathaway. With that, Jennifer Lopez, Reese Witherspoon. There's a movie called Twilight, way 20 years ago, before the Twilight movies that we now know came out. There's a movie with James Garner and Susan Sarandon and some other people like that. Paul Newman was in it, and Reese Witherspoon had a very long topless scene at the beginning of the movie. And it's funny because about a year and a half ago, she made some big speech at some event about, all these young women taking their tops off to get famous. I'm like, ho, ho, ho. I guess you're assuming that nobody saw the movie Twilight 20 years ago. Also on the list, we got Anna Paquin from True Blood, Alyssa Milano, Halle Berry. We got Lindsay Lohan, Terry Hatcher, Kirsten Dunst, and Rosario Dawson. All right. Regis has been gone from Live with Kelly, which is now what they're calling it, for quite a while now, a couple of months. And so they've had lots of people trying out. Here's the list, the first list of callbacks. They're not necessarily saying these are the 5 finalists, But right now we've got Jerry O'Connell, Dana Carvey, Seth Meyers, and former New York Giants star Michael Strahan. Adele will perform at the Grammys in a couple of days. She had throat surgery and had some other problems. Speaking of singing, St. Louis auditions tomorrow night, Thursday night, on American Idol. All right, have you, well, no, you probably haven't. Valentine's Day is still 14 days away. Here are the results of a survey about what women actually want in jewelry. Is number one, then flowers, chocolate, perfume, a tech product, and lingerie. Fitness and exercise equipment came in last place. So if you're giving your giving your wife or girlfriend a treadmill, give it to her and then duck. Would you eat sushi for breakfast? A nutritionist says it's actually one of the smartest things you can eat in the morning. The best breakfasts have a good balance of protein and carbs. Sushi meets the requirement. Other good things to eat in the morning are cold pizza, a chicken quesadilla, a frozen burrito, Chinese food like beef and broccoli, and huevos rancheros. Hey, the gang at Espino's on the weekend, they got their Saturday and Sunday breakfast brunch thing, and they have the huevos rancheros. All right, Valentine's Day coming, and everybody pay attention to this, and I do mean everybody, okay? New study has found the key to a happy marriage, and here it is. This isn't a joke. This is for real. This is according to PR Newswire. They supply us with a lot of our information. Successful couples take 2 vacations a year, go out to dinner 3 times a month, give each other a romantic surprise 3 times a month, kiss 6 times a week, say I love you 4.5 times a week. I guess it's I love, and then they stop. Have sex twice a week, also argue at least once a week. Arguing is a good thing. It releases that valve on the whole pressure gauge thing, you know. Otherwise, it just builds up, and one day, kerplooey, and you can quote me on that. It costs about $3 million plus for a Super Bowl ad this year. Anheuser-Busch has spent $239 million since 2002. Bud Light, #1 beer in America. They've had 27 ads finish in the top 5 of the USA Today ad meter in the past 10 years. True story here, bacon-flavored lubricant hits store shelves this week. Bacon-flavored lubricant. I'm not sure that my brain is big enough to understand that, but I guess it means we're nearing the ultimate product, and that would be ass-flavored toast. 30 years ago today. Big day for me and a lot of people because he had a heavy influence in the development back in the early 1980s of morning radio, particularly on FM, and that's David Letterman. First show on NBC exactly 30 years ago today, February 1st, 1982. Bill Murray was the first guest, and 30 years of Dave. The record had been previously held by Johnny Carson, and now Dave has broken that record. There was a lot of speculation that Dave, sort of in allegiance to Johnny Carson, his mentor, his hero, that somehow that Dave was going to pull up just short of 30 years and let Johnny have the honor of having had the longest running talk show in history. But Dave apparently had a change of heart. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, by the way. 20 days until Mardi Gras, if you're excited about that. Jill Kelly having a birthday today. Aficionados of porn will recognize her from On Golden Blonde and 526 fine adult features. Boy, in her day, Jill Kelly was it, man. She's 41 today. And when those porn stars break 40, they just get better and better looking, don't they? All right, JC's Eye Candy today. The book came out as a New York Times bestseller, Game Change, Obama and the Clintons, McCain and Palin, and A Race of a Lifetime. It's a best-selling book written by John Heilemann and Mark Halperin. You see him on Chris Matthews all the time and other shows. It's about the 2008 presidential election. They're making a movie out of it. They have made a movie out of it. And it will debut on HBO in a couple of weeks. Hold it, it's March. Well, I had it, now I've lost the date. Anyhow, March 10th, okay? Ed Harris as McCain, Julianne Moore, rather, as Sarah Palin. Julianne Phillips was that chick that Bruce Springsteen was married to for about a year or two. Anyhow, the trailer from HBO is our eye candy feature today. Wow, that just threw me for a loop. Julianne Phillips, who's on that show Sisters, is that what it was? Okay, so and anyhow, that's it. Check out our eye candy feature. And again, our rock and roll poll question today, what about those ticket scalpers and ticket brokers? What do you think? Please answer in the corner. We will have results for you tomorrow. And that's it. The Daily Dose for Wednesday, February 1st, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. Trish and I are on the air every day from noon until 3 on the Big 550 KTRS. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.